Hello everyone, welcome to VBA Advanced. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In this video, I am going to talk about few more tricks and tips. So the first one is to how to select all the cells, that is Control A. So the command is cells.select. So whole worksheet will be selected, and if you want to delete the contents of the cells, you can use the command or the function clear contents. This can be used with range a1 dot clear contents. This can be used with cells. When you say cells, the whole sheet will be get selected and the contents will be deleted. And then you can use dot formula and dot formula r1c1. The basic difference is when you use dot formula, you can type in the functions or the equations just as you type in Microsoft Excel sheet. But if you are going to use formula R1C1, you have to refer the references in the form of row number and column number. So these are the small tips you can try by yourself, these commands. And let's talk about how to export to PDF. So this is quite simple now, because now Excel can save your file directly to PDF. So if I have this file, okay, and if I save it, you can see clearly. Let me get away. Yeah, this is better. So if I save file, save as, browse, and here you can see we have this save as type. In this save as type, you can select PDF and you can say save. So you already did, yeah, replace it. So a new PDF will be created and Excel is working in the background. Open Sesame. Yeah, here we are. So this is the PDF file Excel has created with the data, but we haven't recorded. So let's record this first. And let's save it now, and let's save it again as PDF. Browse, and let's save it as PDF. Save or replace, yes. So this is my PDF. Let's stop recording and go and see what has been recorded. And this is the module 1. Yeah, you can see this is the command active sheet export as PDF, Excel type PDF, and this is the line that you can customize. It has got the whole of the path and the file name, and then this is the command you can use, just record and use it. But why, if it is so simple, I'm sharing this with you. I want to give you a tip, and that is, for example, I have this range A1 to A5 selected as what? Page layout, print area selected as set print area. And if I am going to execute my macro now, I think this was the one. And this, you can see this PDF generated, and this PDF has only one column. This is range A1 to A5. So what you need to understand, that only the print area is going to be saved as PDF. And if you have, say, page breaks and you have formatted your print, the worksheet is going to be saved as PDF. It's just like printing to PDF. So you can directly save it to PDF from with help of this VBA code. And how about I tell you how to format this? So let's say I have this. Let's create another macro, and that macro would be, let's say, test file name and MSG box this workbook dot path, and let's execute this. So you can see I have got the whole path of this workbook blank.xlsm. This is the folder in which this workbook is being saved. But you will notice that there is no backslash after VBA Advanced. So in this code, we have this backslash here before the name of the file. So let's say and let's say the file name is my export dot PDF. So let's and what have we forgot? We forgot the backslash. So backslash is necessary. So let's execute this, and I now have the full path with the file name. So let's save this to a variable, and that variable is, let's say, my file is equal to this thing. So let's move this to above macro that creates PDF, and instead of the big command, let's use a variable. Okay, yeah. So what we need to do, we need to replace the whatever there is in the inverted commas with this variable name, and let's execute this now. So macros, that was macro 1, so run it, and we have this PDF, and you can see my export. So this is my export, the file name I selected, and this is now being executed and created. So this is how we can replace the code that is within inverted commas in any VBA commands with any variable. So what else I need to share with you today? What is the next step? Let's go to our, we have talked about this, and let's talk about protecting the VBA code. So do we have Excel open? Yes, we have. So if you don't want to want that your code should be available to the user, what you can do is you can protect this by right clicking, going to VBA project properties. You can see this, yeah, and then going to protection tab, and in the protection tab you can lock the project for viewing, and you can have a password. Let's say I am just typing A, okay, and I can still see this code. Let's close this and save the file. Let's color this out first so we can identify, and let's save as, save file, save as, browse, and let's go to XLSM, and let's say put it on our desktop, and let's say this file is test. We already have test 1, 2, 3, test, and test 2, test. So this file is being saved, and let's close this file and let's open test. And now let's enable content and go to developer. When we go to VBA, let's try to expand this. We cannot expand this without giving the password. So this is how your code will be protected. But remember one thing, this password is easily can be opened with help of free tips available on the net. So VBA password can easily be broken. All you need to do is you need to understand how to use the hex editor, and the tip is available freely on the web. So you can Google it, you will find out how to do it. But remember one thing, I use password on my sheets. I use password on my VBA project because I don't want to protect it from the users. I don't want to hide my equations or the code. I use the protection so that I don't accidentally delete any contents of the cells. I'm just typing and just mistakenly I press a space and my equation is gone from the cell and I don't realize it. So what I should do is I should use protection from the review tab and keep my cells locked and sheet protected. Only those cells where the user has to enter some data, those cells should be only unlocked. So I hope you have already used the protect function tool of the Microsoft Excel sheet itself. So this was about protecting workbook code, and I will stop this video at this point. If you have learned something new, think about giving this video a like.